What's up, all you toy collecting dudes and dudettes? Toy Shiz here, and I got a really quick video for you today. I was a big fan of Toy Fair magazine back in the day, and they always did this monthly thing where you'd have the top 10 hottest action figures of that particular month, or what's coming out, starting to trickle into stores, and you'd having a hard time kind of finding it. This was back in the day. This was before the internet and all that kind of crazy stuff that we have now that makes collecting super, super easy. So I decided, why not do a weekly segment where I talk about the hottest action figures of the week, and that way, because it's the weekend, you guys can head out, and it's for people that really didn't get a chance to go out this week and do things. And the weekend is really when they go to get to search and all that kind of stuff. Well, maybe you need a little bit of help and knowing what's hot, what to grab, and what you need for your collection. So I'm going to do this as a weekly thing every Friday. That's my goal. So this is for the week of September 28th, leading into next week. And these are all the things that were the hustle and bustle of the week prior. So first off the bat, Legends. We have, it's a kind of like a three-way mashup, right? We got the Thing from Walgreens, and we got Magic hitting as well. Thing kind of popped up on the Walgreens website about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. Subsequently been in and out of stock since then, but has been flooding stores across the country, as with Magic. Now, there has been reports pretty much along the California coastline, subsequent states in that sense, but they have been hearing reports of hitting on the East Coast and, Midwest and things like that. So it's kind of up in the air. I would say Magic will be flooding the stores by the middle of October, probably online by then as well, since she was only supposed to hit around the October area into November. So she just hit a little bit early, probably just a soft launch, but be on the lookout just in case if you want them. And then also at GameStop, the exclusive, well, semi-shared exclusive, we'll say, it's the AIM Soldier 2-pack. This is roughly $50. It's showing up at GameStops now, so if you want them, go ahead and get them. They're also Entertainment Earth. And then possibly, it was taken down from Best Buy, but you might want to check. I had unconfirmed reports, we'll just say, of them hitting Best Buy. So you may want to look. I haven't seen them yet, but the primary results are going to yield you at GameStop as of right now. Or if you just want to order online, get them at Entertainment Earth. Moving on to the next subject, we got Mattel's Jurassic World. I can't say Jurassic World anymore. It's going to be Jurassic Park from now on. We have the new figures, 3 3/4 inch Zia, and you have the Mercenary. They have been showing up now at Target and Walmart. They've been slowly trickling in the last week and a half, but they seem to be hitting rather high and large. I was able to find the Mercenary. Haven't come across Zia just yet, but these are going to set you back $8. So be on the lookout for these if you're a Jurassic Park collector. And I have to say, these are excellent figures to have. I really am enjoying Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. Just overall collecting from Mattel for this entire year. They've really nailed it. All that great stuff. Moving on back to Walgreens actually, and then of course back to Hasbro since they kind of run the monopoly here this week. They're just putting out good figures. Can't lie. Star Wars: The Black Series. You're gonna go ahead and pick up General Veers at Walgreens. He's gonna set you back $20. He hasn't been online just yet, but he has been trickling into stores pretty much overall the entire country. So you shouldn't have a hard time maybe getting him this weekend and into next week, but just something to be on the lookout for. It's one of those characters, kind of obscure from Return of the Jedi, but nonetheless, people seem to be excited for him. I'm going to pick him up when I find him. I'm not clamoring too much for Star Wars at the moment, but this is a hot figure, and a lot of Star Wars collectors really, really want him. This is another figure coming out this week. Now, it has been hitting stores last week, and I found him this week. And this is for Hasbro's new Transformers Cyberverse line. Cyberverse combines like all the best of previous Transformers incarnations, G1 elements, the movies, I guess a little bit, Bumblebee. It's all with robots and this guys. Just think of everything, and they just all kind of jam-packed it into Cyberverse. Different designs. You'll see it when you see the packaging. However, Shockwave seems to be the one that is on everyone's radar. I picked him up, like I said. Can't wait to get into him, open him. He looks like a great figure, so I have to recommend him and say, yeah, a lot of people have been talking about him. A lot of people want him, even for the nostalgic purposes. Generation 1 especially, and he's got a kind of an interesting transformation to him. Pretty cool. I would say go get him. He's going to set you back $20. He is an open-air action figure, like straight out the box kind of thing. Kids can touch and play with and do all that kind of stuff. So if you see him, grab him, because sometimes these figures, when they're kind of out in the open like that, they get messed up pretty fast. So grab them if you want them, $20. I found them at Walmart. Haven't seen them at Target yet, but all the figures seem to be flooding into store shelves, so you shouldn't have a problem finding them wherever you really buy your Transformers figures by next week and into the second. Finally, kind of a wild card, but I'm going to say a lot of people showed a lot of interest in this figure. Now, these won't technically be available until October 1st. That's their street date. However, Target, good old Target for right now. I don't know why they're ragging us collectors so bad, but Target, what's the deal? Let's talk. What's going on? They were putting out the Aquaman figures left and right, and then subsequently, people have been taking them to go cash out, check out, all that kind of good stuff. You can't. They won't let you. It's that whole street day thing. And they're actually being very, very, on the money with this. They keep putting them out, but then they will not sell you. They won't even manage your override. Nothing like that. I think Target is really cracking down. This one in particular, it's not DC Multiverse. It's the basic figures, basic articulations such Brine King 3-pack. You're going to get Aquaman. You're going to get King Orm, and then you're going to get the Brine King. I think it's one of the most interesting looking figures that they've put out as far as the Aquaman figures go, next to that Black Manta, who I will be talking about next week because I think that one's going to be a hot commodity as well. However, the Brine King, very, very interesting design, and I highly recommend it. And I think, it's just going to be one of those obscure figures that's going to go kind of quick, and it's going to sell this package. That's just what I'm saying. $30, showing up at Targets. You can't buy it, just like I said, but not yet at Walmart. I haven't seen it anywhere else besides Target. So if you want them, just say October 1st. If you can kind of do that manager override, by all means, take advantage of it. Just be nice, be courteous. Don't ever raise a stink and do all that kind of stuff. They're just employees. They're just trying to do their jobs and all that good stuff. So that kind of leads me to my list of the top hottest action figures of the week of September 28th. Next week, I'm going to be talking about, and I think these are going to be kind of the hot commodities, just my personal taste and all that kind of stuff. Target is going to be having a Marvel Legends 2-pack exclusive for Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, and Ghost Spider. I keep wanting to call her Ghost Pepper. I don't know why, but I'm going to call her Gwen, Spider-Gwen, because Ghost Spider, this reminds me of, Ghost Rider. I can't do it. So they're going to be having a 2-pack. It's going to set you about $40. It looks to be hitting in the middle of October. It's probably going to be a little bit before. That's why I'm saying I think into next week they may start showing up in the U.S. They've already started showing up in Canada, but in the U.S., I think you're going to see them. Also, Walmart is having exclusive Transformers, the vintage G1 figures, Devastator, Hot Rod, and Starscream. I have found Hot Rod, and I really like these figures. I like what they're doing. It's a very nostalgic trip down memory lane. So if you want them, Devastator looks to be about $70, and Target and Starscream and Hot Rod, they're going to set you back $30 a piece. So not too shabby for what you're getting. They are billing it as a highly collectible, and they're going to be extremely limited in their production. So just keep that in mind. If you want them, I'd grab them now because don't expect these to go on clearance or anything else like that. And then I'm going to lead into Funko. Funko has been really killing it lately. We're not going to talk about Pops. I can't really talk about them because I don't know much about them. I know that they're cool. I know that they're collectible, but they're just not my thing. I'm talking about Funko's horror version of the Savage World line that they're doing. Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Pinhead, all those kind of great figures. They're in a really cool Savage World He-Man and the Masters of the Universe figure line. They're all redesigned. They're really going to be pushing these. Thundercats are going to be coming out later in the year as well. So keep in mind, we'll be going to talk about those figures next week. But however, those are your top hottest action figures of the week of September 28th. Let me know if you find them. Let me know how your weekend goes and what you find, of course, as always. I'm going to leave you guys at that. Drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, find some great action figures. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.